The Big Apple had to choose between its first Muslim mayor and its youngest leader in generations, or a comeback to a long-time politician. 34-year-old socialist Zohran Mamdani has won against 67-year-old Andrew Cuomo and 71-year-old Republican Curtis Sliwa. Voters have shifted towards the left, away from Trump's far-right administration. Let's go straight to New York, where our correspondent Jessica Le Masurier is standing by for us in Brooklyn at the Paramount Theatre, where Zohran Mamdani will be speaking in front of his supporters. Jessica, what is the mood like where you are after a big day of voting and months of phenomenal campaigning?
Well, there have been whoops of joy here and chants of Zohran, Zohran. His supporters are absolutely ecstatic. I've seen some of the volunteers who were going knocking on doors for Zohran Mamdani, throwing themselves on each other, hugging each other, saying, "We did it!" There was a real grassroots effort to get Zohran Mamdani elected, and that effort has succeeded. So yes, a lively scene out here, a celebratory scene. People are delighted that he has won. He will be the next mayor of New York City. They've worked hard to get him elected, and they are all filing in to attend his victory party. There are also some people out here trolling Zohran Mamdani. One young man dressed as Stalin, another dressed as Che Guevara, another who told me that he's posing as an illegal immigrant. They obviously are trying to use some sort of satire to criticize Zohran Mamdani and sort of play off some of the insults that we've heard from Donald Trump. But on the whole, it is an atmosphere of joy out here. Mamdani really spoke to the needs of working New Yorkers. His main campaign message, his main idea that he was campaigning on was this question of affordability, of tackling the cost of living crisis here in New York City and really dealing with the needs of New Yorkers, listening to those voters and saying that he was going to be a mayor for all.
Trump's shadow has been looming over the Big Apple. The president had called him a communist and a Jew hater. Now, do you think these kinds of remarks could have played actually in his favor, or was he going to have to win? I mean, who will he have to win over now, do you think?
I think that for his base, his defiant response to Trump's threats really did play in his favor. When Trump said that he'd pull federal funding to New York City if Mamdani's elected, Mamdani said that he would push back against that Trump isn't even allowed to do that, I have to go through Congress. And he said that he would use the United States democratic institutions to protect New York. He'd use the law to make sure that New York City gets the money that it deserves. And he said that he won't back down against any kinds of threats from Donald Trump, unlike, he said, the current mayor of New York City, Eric Adams. So really, I think his defiant stance also just made him gain even more in popularity, because it seems that a lot of Democratic voters have been disillusioned with the mainstream party. They really feel that the centrist wing of the Democratic Party is lackluster, and they were excited to see this fresh face storming onto the political scene with all these bold, progressive ideas actually speaking to their needs.